Most founders sound exactly like the competition. If you want to be competitive in a crowded market, you can't just be better, you have to be different. I'm your host, Cameron Olds.
And I'm Dallin Merrill, and we're here to talk about how you can avoid being mistaken for your competition, differentiate your brand, and ultimately create a lasting competitive advantage for yourself in the market.
Welcome to Differentiate or Die. This episode of Differentiate or Die is brought to you by MessageOS. And by brought to you by, we mean written by.
If your team describes your product 10 different ways, your product is no longer differentiated. It's confusing, and so are your customers.
MessageOS helps big teams keep every sales deck, social caption, and support reply on message and on brand.
Clear, consistent, differentiated. Every time someone talks about you.
See how it works at protagonistcomms.co. Okay, I know I swore that we'd never do an episode on like restaurant industries again, but I'm gonna break that promise today because I swear there's a good reason for it. There's a really good reason for it. I think it's gonna be a good episode. But I have to ask you, Darryl, when was the last time you had a burger?
Oh, well, the time you didn't come with us to JCW's last week.
Oh, that'll do it. JCW's is a good burger. If you live in Utah, you know, if you know, you know. That's a really good burger.
Yeah, I've started hearing some ads from them, Cameron. I've never seen them advertise. Ever.
Really? They have billboards down in Utah County.
Okay.
But they're not and they're on buses quite a bit, actually, like in Provo and Orem. Yeah, they're like the decals on the bus. But I digress.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of or had MrBeast Burger before?
Oh, no way. You're kidding.
Yes way, my friend. Yes way.
Dude, he slaps his brand on anything and it doesn't matter.
This is like one of his original forays into like different products and launching different things.
Really? What do you mean by forays?
Just like his first, like other than his YouTube channel I think it was like his first time actually building a product outside of his videos. But I'm not like, we've already done MrBeast with Feastables. We've talked about like influencers and how that might be a distribution, like his differentiation via sales channel and all that stuff on like the influencer side of things. But I don't bring up MrBeast lightly because MrBeast Burger also has a differentiated sales channel, I believe.
Sales channel. Okay,
differentiated sales channel. He's got a differentiated distribution. In fact, if you count the fact that he's a crazy influencer and he's got distribution like with that, he has two differentiated values stacked on top of each other in the sales channel space.
That one you would really have to message well, though, because it's not like you can just say the burger chain for influencers. Like, I don't know.
Are you ready? Well, first, let me see who we're comparing him against. We're comparing him against Five Guys, Burgers and Fries.
Okay.
So classic, standard, big chain burger restaurant, Five Guys Burgers and Fries versus MrBeast Burger. There was some controversy with MrBeast Burger. I don't know if you heard, and it has to do with the sales channel he chose. So today's going to be a good episode. Are you intrigued yet?
I'm very intrigued. Interesting.
Okay. So I just want to jump into it. So let's look at MrBeast Burger first. If you go to MrBeastBurger.com, this is what you find. Pretty run-of-the-mill a restaurant website, right? You've got up here, you just got like a bunch of different products and stuff, like all the food they're showcasing. You've got like Nashville hot chicken tender sandwich with mayo, ketchup, shredded lettuce, and pickles. Good. You've got Jimmy's Favorites with chocolate chips, sandwiches, beef-style fries, all that stuff, right? But if you scroll down, the last section here, read that for us, Darryl.
Oh my gosh. No way. It says, attention restaurant owners. Add MrBeast Burger to your existing restaurant's kitchen. MrBeast Burger is a virtual brand offering a separate concept to run out of your kitchen, available for delivery and pickup only via food delivery service.
How did MrBeast Burger differentiate itself from all of the other big burger chains out there, do you think? Other than the fact that he's an influencer, how did he do it?
Yeah, by getting into every restaurant, by getting into many restaurants, right? This is wow.
Have you heard of
That's
ghost kitchens before?
crazy. Yes,
So
I
he
have.
chose ghost kitchens as his sales channel.
This feels a little bit different than ghost kitchens. Am I wrong?
Well, so the way I understand it, and the way as I was reading up on MrBeast Burger, like the whole idea of a ghost kitchen is it's like if I am MrBeast, like I don't care to have a whole bunch of like chain restaurants. I'm not like McDonald's. I'm not going to buy up a bunch of real estate and throw up restaurants and actually have a brick and mortar. I'm just going to tap into pre-built, pre-existing kitchens that already have the infrastructure and the equipment and all that stuff, and they'll just make my food with their kitchen equipment. And I like my brand will be the virtual brand, like he says here. I'll handle the point of sale and all that stuff. They'll plug into my digital infrastructure for order management, and then I'll deliver it via like DoorDash and Uber Eats and stuff like that. Like people have to come in and get it, or sorry, people will like get it via like delivery driver. So that's what I think a ghost kitchen is.
Wow.
Kind of interesting, huh?
Yeah. Wow. So, does he make the burgers at all? Probably not, right? It's just a special mix of what is put on the burgers that makes it a MrBeast burger, and
No,
the restaurant can make it that way?
I think he sends like ingredients and supplies to the restaurant when the restaurant signs up. So there is like quality assurance, like it is a MrBeast burger patty and fries and
Okay.
all that stuff. So they get
Okay.
that, like the restaurant would get shipments the same way an In-N-Out would get shipments of potatoes and beef from the corporate supply chain. So I think that still is the thing. So he still has to handle supply chain and all that stuff, but he just ships it to a ghost kitchen where they just. So Becca and I, my wife, we actually had MrBeast Burger when we were living in Salt Lake, and we went and we ordered it, and I was like, I'm curious where he's like making this stuff, because like I didn't know at the time he was doing ghost kitchens. And so I googled MrBeast Burger, and like it popped up on like some random family, it was like Jim's Family Restaurant or something like that in Salt Lake City. Had nothing to do with MrBeast Burger. On the outside it was its own restaurant, right? It was like some family restaurant, had nothing to do with burgers, but they were the ghost kitchen for MrBeast Burger. So anyone in the area that wanted something from Beast Burger could order it, and they would prepare it in their kitchen and ship it out.
Oh my goodness. That's amazing. That's so cool. So, you went to that restaurant, like, you
Mm-hmm.
sat down there, and it was
Oh
a
no, we
normal
just like we
restaurant?
we pulled up and we got it to go. Like they brought it out to us, and
Wow, that's so cool. How was it?
I liked it. I mean, I liked it. Bex wasn't a big fan, but I mean, like I dug it. It wasn't anything like crazy wow, but it was a good burger. I enjoyed it.
Whoa. Alright. Well, he sold me. I've never heard of anybody doing something like this. This is differentiated. Like, this
Kind of a cool
is
thing, huh?
it's a really, really cool thing. Um, yeah, I mean, this is yeah, you're expanding um your differentiated value here, and technically his own personal brand he's created. But to do that quickly, instead of having your own kitchen everywhere, you just get into where they have it. That's amazing. That's wow.
Cool distribution idea, huh? Sales channel, because you never really hear of sales channel differentiators. Like, if people always think about the product or the target audience, those are like the obvious ones. But like distribution, how are you actually getting your product out to people? How are they buying it? How are they making it easy? Like, that's not as intuitive to a lot of people, because I mean, I don't think a lot of people spend time in supply chain, or they spend time at like thinking about point of sale and how you can make that more efficient. So it's cool to
Yeah.
see one in the wild like this.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy because when I did hot sauce, I was like, that was a no-brainer to me, right? Like, let's get my hot sauce in as many restaurants as I can so that people can see it and feel it. But that's because it was a side product, right? It's like you put hot sauce on things. It's not really like nobody's chugging a thing of hot sauce. Like they're just not doing it, right? They put it on things. So it's a no-brainer to have them try it on things. But this is the main meal. Like they're not just putting hot sauce in the restaurant. They're literally putting part of the main meal in that restaurant. So that's wow. That is really, really cool. What Mr. Beast is saying here, Cameron, is hey, my brand is bigger than your brand.
Well, I mean, like, you wouldn't like, if we walked into the Jim's Family Restaurant or whatever, and I'm sure that's not what the restaurant was, but if you walked into, like, Acme Restaurant, like, they're not advertising MrBeast Burger inside the restaurant. It's still their own food and their own menu. They just
They don't
secretly
have it on there
compare.
at all. Oh,
No, not
interesting.
that I mean, like, I don't think so, not that I saw. But so, like, they still
You didn't go in
advertise
the
their own
restaurant, but
menu.
still.
I mean, I did, and I mean, like, I guess I didn't look at the menu, so they very well could. But I think the whole idea is it's just an added revenue channel for the kitchen,
For
and if
both
they have
sides.
extra
Yeah.
space, yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, why not? I mean, it's a great idea, but that is kind of what they're saying too, though, right? Is like nobody's looking for Jim's Kitchen, but they might look for a Mr. Beast burger. Like, um,
I don't think he's saying that to these restaurants. Do you think he's saying that?
but what is the restaurant saying back to them, right? They're saying, hey, like the people know Mr. Beast probably better than they know my restaurant. Definitely, right? Like that's not even a question. And he's got all this advertising budget. He's advertising these hamburgers all over the place more than I am, even more than like I might. This Jim's Kitchen might have some marketing here in Utah because that's what he's targeting. But Mr. Beast is national, so like, yeah, I'm gonna put his hamburger in my store and have that as a revenue channel. I couldn't do that, right? Like me as someone who doesn't have a big name like that, I couldn't do that. There, like nobody would go and be like, "Oh, I'm searching specifically for Daryl's Burgers because whatever." Like I'd have to build my brand first.
Right, yeah. When you look at the burgers, like, they don't look like I'm gonna pull it up again so you can actually see what they look like, but, like, I mean, at first glance, it's a run-of-the-mill burger, right? I mean, you've got the bun, you've got the mayo, the pickles, the chicken, the smash burger, the cheese, it's like it's not a differentiated product.
No,
So,
not at all.
does a differentiated sales channel beat a differentiated product?
Wow, Cameron, this is a really good example. I would say, generally speaking, oh my gosh, um, a differentiated product oftentimes is harder to copycat. Not always, but if you've put a lot of R&D into it, a differentiated product is can be a pretty big competitive moat. But if like something like this feels also very hard to duplicate. So I don't think you can say one is better than the other. It just depends on how hard those barriers to entry are. And this to me feels like a pretty difficult barrier to entry. So kudos to them.
Yeah, especially when you, combine the fact that he has, like, 400 million subscribers on YouTube. So he's already got the distribution of his fans, his followers, and then he adds on these ghost kitchens to service them. Yeah, no, I agree. I think you had a really good idea that, like, it's kind of a false question, it's kind of a false comparison. It's like the whole point of differentiation is to create competitive leverage. And so, like, what is one type of leverage better than another? It's like, I mean, maybe, but like the whole point is to have leverage. So as long as you have leverage over your competitors, it doesn't really matter. I think the real question is, can you stack differentiated levers on top of each other? So could you have a differentiated product with a differentiated distribution to a differentiated target audience, like the three levers, like we say. Could you be a triple threat? I think that's the real question is, can you stack differentiated values on top of each other to really make your moat wide and deep and full of crocodiles and hard to cross?
Yeah, I mean, if it was actually a good burger, then you would go back for a second one, you know?
Right.
And maybe you
Right.
liked it, but Becca's not going back. So
Right.
I think it's
Yeah.
a great point. What I learned from it, Cameron, is I feel like uh, look at the resources you currently have and create your differentiated value off of that. Mr. Beast has a specific, he's got resources and he understands what those are. And so he was able to create this differentiated value because of those resources that he currently has. So I think he knows really well that what he has and was able to differentiate because of that.
Agreed. Let's take a look at what's going on with X. So we completely skipped over this controversy. It came because of the way that MrBeast decided to distribute these burgers. But long story short, with these ghost kitchens came quality assurance issues. You have
I'm
a whole
sure,
bunch of
yes.
unknown people cooking your burgers, and you really have no control over them. Like with a restaurant that you own and a brick and mortar that you own and a kitchen that you built with staff that you personally hired, like you have control. Like you could fire people, you can create SOPs, you can create processes and all that stuff and enforce them. But like Mr. Beast, who's like headquartered in North Carolina, like he has no control over this kitchen in Salt Lake City where I got my burger. And so they had a lot of quality assurance problems where like people were getting undercooked hamburgers and soggy fries and the cheese wasn't melted and stuff like that. And so it almost like we're talking about how cool it is that he chose this as a differentiated sales channel, but it almost came back to bite him because it just, I don't know. And this isn't to say that ghost kitchens are a bad sales channel. I think he thought that the company he went with called Virtual Dining Solutions or something like that, Virtual Dining Concepts, um, didn't have good QA processes. And so that's why you can see here that the last time they posted was May 13th, 2024, almost 2 years ago.
My gosh, that's crazy.
So he's kind of just put this on mothballs because he got a lot of bad press for it. Um, but you can see here that he's not big flavor, smash burgers, crispy chicken sandwiches, outrageous grilled cheese, seasoned crinkle fries, and then delivering nationwide. So he kind of hints at it in his messaging, but it's one of those things where is a differentiated sales
Hmm,
channel need to be messaged? I think he definitely could. I mean, if he said instead of delivering nationwide, he could just say, find it your local, find it in your community. It's
yeah.
available in your community or something like that. He could message that. Um, but same thing with his Instagram. So big flavor. Yeah. So I mean, kudos to him for being consistent with with his messaging. So I'd say it is
Yeah.
consistent, but
Yeah, I agree.
yeah.
But not yeah, he doesn't message it w yeah, he doesn't really focus on the messaging of it, which, to me, it sounds like he's doing on intentionally because he's kind of maybe decided it wasn't the best at all anymore
Mm,
anyway.
yeah. Yeah. It's definitely stale. He hasn't done much with it.
Yeah.
Want to look at Five Guys?
Yeah, let's take a look.
Fiveguys.com is oh, Daryl, it's our old nemesis, fresh, simple Five Guy. Real is the name of the game at Five Guys. The burgers are made to order. The fries are hand cut. The toppings are prepared fresh each morning. And listen, I'm sorry, we've done this probably a dozen times already on the show. And this is why I said I'd never come back to the restaurant industry. So we won't spend a whole lot of time. But fresh ingredients is not a differentiator. It's not.
No.
It's not. Stop saying it is. It's baseline competency. If your ingredients aren't fresh, no one's going to eat there unless you're like Burger King or Taco Bell,
Yeah.
but they play a different
Yes.
game. So, but I did have one question for you. I'm not sure where it is, but you know about is it their Cajun fries that they have?
They do have Cajun fries, yeah.
Is that what it's called, is Cajun fries?
Uh-huh.
So, real quick, little question. Can a signature seasoning differentiate you in the restaurant industry? Can a signature seasoning or like a signature sauce differentiate you in the restaurant industry?
Um, yeah, it's just really hard to message, like, and that's what's hard, and that's why we've really, really hated these food establishments as far as differentiation because, like, sure, like, someone might really, really like their Cajun fries, and so they'll go there over and over and over because they've differentiated their product. But how do you really say that, right? Like, how do you actually verbally say that on a website? Like, you can say thousands of people love this. You can say, this spice was specifically, you know, came over from Africa. I don't know. It's like you could say some things about it, I guess, but it's most of the time they just end up saying the best or the freshest, or I don't know. People love it, and that's fine. But it's really, really hard to actually create a messaging around a specific thing. But they can differentiate their product that way. Yes.
Yeah, I think we saw that with Raising Cane's. Because they use their sauce as like it's sauce forward. They underseason their chicken batter and all that stuff. We have a whole episode on that you can take a look at. But I would say that yes, you can. A signature seasoning or sauce can differentiate you by doing something different. I just think that there are no competitive moats in the restaurant industry because I don't know if you can trademark recipes. Because Crumble couldn't. Because Crumble once upon a time was in a mean lawsuit with Dirty Dough, and they were talking about how Dirty Dough like stole trademark secrets or whatever. But like you can't, like, it's butter and sugar, like you can't trademark that. So
Yeah.
I think the reason it's tough in the restaurant industry to differentiate your product, I mean, because like but Raising Cane's did. I think it's possible. It's just exceedingly difficult, and there's no guarantee that your competitor won't come in behind you and do the exact same thing because there's no competitive moat. Like they can whip together the same combo of seasoning, mayo, lime juice, and whatever special sauce you have. Everyone has their own special sauce, right?
Yeah, I think a really good example too is Costa Vida and Cafe Rio. It's like,
Also true.
like you're gonna get 100 Utahns and 50 of them are gonna say Costa Vida's better, and 50 of them are gonna say Cafe Rio's better. And like, it's just because they tasted it. What does Cafe Rio actually say on their website about why they're better? Like, there's nothing they can say. Like, it's like, how do they? Yeah, it's like, oh, our sauce is so much better. Like, it's just really tough. Really, really, really tough. Oh boy. Well, I'm giving Cameron. Are we scoring? Is that our?
Let us do this. Let us score.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, Five Guys, nothing. Like, consistency. Did we look at? I mean, yeah.
They have Twitter. We can look at their Twitter. I mean, it's nothing crazy to like sneeze at. So here's Five Guys Twitter. We were and still are the Five Guys official Five Guys Twitter account. Whatever. Instagram. The official Instagram of Five Guys Burgers, Fries, and Hot Dogs. 15 free toppings. They get a little more into it here. 15 free toppings. I mean, maybe at least they're messaging something interesting.
Sure, but
I'm
not
not going to give them.
consistent.
No, I'm not going to give them a consistency. I don't think I will give them a differentiated star, and maybe I'll give them for clarity, just because I mean it's burgers and fries. Five Guys Burgers and Fries, like you know what you're going to get. MrBeast Burger definitely gets a differentiation star from my end. I want to give him a consistency because he kind of alludes to like delivering nationwide or whatever, but I'm not going to give him a star on clarity.
Sure, I guess.
It's unclear. It's unclear. He's consistent, but he was unclear. So yeah. I'll give him 2 stars and Five Guys get 1.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, guys, for joining us today. If this was interesting to you, take a look at our other podcasts, or if you need help differentiating your brand, please hit us up at protagonistcomms.co, and we'll see you there.